Hi, welcome to Another Year Bolder. My name is Jamie. I am currently on a 100+ pound weight loss journey following the diet-free life method by Robert Ferguson. I'm also on a Fit by 50 journey as well. I just turned 48 and I'm hoping to be in better shape by the time that I hit my 50s. So if you have been following along, thank you for joining me again. If you're new, welcome. I hope that I can maybe inspire, give you some support, maybe some guidance, maybe some help, maybe answer some questions, whatever it is that you need, that I'm here for that. And please, if you do have any questions, feel free to ask. I do have some links in the description below that will link you to Diet Free Life if you want to learn more about that, as well as the Zinzino balance oil that I've started to take. And I can tell you I have started seeing some differences. Unfortunately, I did not take a before and after picture of my face, and I really, really wish I would have. So what I'm going to do is I just ended week 26 of my weight loss journey. I'm going to give you an update on that. I'm going to give you an update on what I've noticed so far by taking the Zinzino Balance Oil Plus is what it's actually called. So I'm just going to share some of that information with you now. Let's start with my weight loss portion. So week 26 was January 24th through January 30th, which I always weigh myself, check my glucose and my waist on Saturdays. So I did that this past Saturday. Today is Wednesday, if that kind of gives you an idea of where I am. So when I first started my journey on August 2nd, I'm going to go over where I started, where I am now, what the differences are. August 2nd, my glucose was 141. It is now 111. Which is a difference of 30 points. It does fluctuate, goes up and down, but it has not gone back up to 141, which I'm very thankful for. And then my weight when I started in August 2nd was 314 pounds. That was the heaviest I've ever weighed, by the way. And now it's 288 pounds. I lost 0.60 pounds this week, and I'm down a total of 26 pounds. So I'm almost at the 26.6 pound mark loss that I had originally before I had a couple weeks where I gained. And then my BMI is 56.5 now. It was originally 62, so it is down 5.5 points. And then my waist was 55 inches when I started. It is now 51.5, so I'm down 3.5 inches. And then my body fat was 70%, but I just took my body fat back in, I think it was November or December. So that has not actually changed. I haven't lost enough weight yet since I've got the new scale for the body fat percentage to change. So all in all, down 0.60 pounds this week, down 26 pounds in total. Just to give you a little backstory, if you're new, I am in my late 40s. I'm 48, sorry. I am 48 and I have endometriosis. I'm premenopausal and I've been heavy off and on my entire life. I do have some physical injuries. I have a knee injury. I have an ankle injury, which I don't think I ever mentioned. A back injury with my hands. So all of that plays a role in how I lose weight and the things that I have to do to lose weight. I have tried fad diets my entire life, off and on. I've tried different things. I had great success with the Atkins diet. Unfortunately, it wasn't sustainable because I just needed the carbs. Diet Free Life was originally called something else when I started it the first time. I lost 65 pounds, but again, this was when I was in my 20s. I did not do any workouts at that time, and I was a little bit more restrictive with what I ate. And then in my 30s, I lost about 35 to 45 pounds. I can't remember exactly because it's been a while. And I wasn't as restrictive with the foods that I ate. And unfortunately, I just didn't stick with it. Not because Diet Free Life is a diet, because it's not. I just, at the time, I hated cooking. I didn't want to cook. I didn't want to meal prep. I didn't want to do any of those things. So I didn't stay on it. Now in my 40s, I had reached 26.6 pound loss. I had gained a couple of pounds the week that I had my surgery. And so I'm working on getting that back off, which was just a couple of weeks ago. And I have gotten all of the weight that I've gained almost off completely during that period. So I'm really happy about that. And Diet Free Life, the reason why I chose that is because, one, I don't like to take medicines and I don't like to take supplements. Diet for Life is all about doing things the healthy, natural way. I'm not fasting. I'm not skipping meals. I'm not giving up any of the foods I love. If I want to eat some ice cream, I can have ice cream. If I want pizza, I can have pizza. If I want fries, I can have fries. If I want a salad, I can have a salad. So I'm not giving up anything that I love and I enjoy. I'm just plating it in a fat-burning way based on the method with Diet for Life. I do understand that this method isn't widely known to a lot of people. He does work with a lot of celebrities, and he has worked with a lot of celebrities, but he's also worked with a lot of everyday people like me. He has different plans and programs that can work for, you at different stages of your financial situations. I'm currently on the iCore program, which is for people who are over 40, menopausal, premenopausal, perimenopausal, struggle with weight loss, things like that. And just to kind of give you an idea, I am 5 foot, technically, I'm 4'11". I'm between 4'11" and a half and 5 foot. So I just go with 5 foot because that's where I am. So I'm pretty short. And I believe I said this a second ago, but I've struggled with my weight off and on my entire life. So I just want to make sure that when I hit 50, I'm going into my 50s at the best health that I've been at in years. Because when you hit 50, even when you hit 40, things start to change. And when you hit 50, they change again. So I just want to do better for myself, do better for my body, do better for my husband, for my dogs, because, I still need to walk them and take care of them. Not my husband, but my dogs. I just still want to be here for my husband, though. So that is why I'm looking to make a lot of changes. With that said, I have been taking the Zinzino Balance Plus oil for a week and a half. Let me see what day that I started taking it because I want to be accurate. I know I notated it. So I started taking the Zinzino Balance Oil on January 24th. So yes, I've been taking it a little over a week and a half. Now, like I said, I didn't take any before or after pictures of my face, and I really wish I had because the Zinzino Balance Oil contains plus, I have to remember to say plus, it contains vitamin D, and it also contains fish oil, omega-3, which is good for you. It does a lot for your skin. It does a lot for your inside. It does a lot for you in general with inflammation. One of the things I've noticed since I've been taking it is I had 2 really dark brown spots. I had one right here and one right here. Now, I'm not going to 100% say that this was Zinzino Balance Oil Plus all on its own because I did start a new facial wash like a week before. But what I've noticed is that this one is almost non-existent. Like I have makeup on right now, but usually I do my videos with no makeup. So this one right here, you can barely even see, you barely even know it was there. And then the one that's over here is super, super light now. It was very, very dark and prominent. And usually I'm used to covering it up. And I know I went to put makeup on today, and I don't wear makeup, but like maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks. I don't wear makeup often. So when I went to cover this one up, I couldn't find it. And then when I went to cover this one up, I had a hard time finding it because it was so light. So I don't know. I can't 100% tell you it was just Zinzino Balance Plus Oil. But what I'll do is I'll put a picture of the 2 items that I am using that I'm going to say is helping me with this because I have not done anything else. I haven't changed anything else. Well, other than eating healthy, but that hadn't made these go away since August. So I'll definitely put some pictures of that. If I can find the links for them, I'll put that. Most of my links are non-affiliate links. I am going to have some that are affiliate links. And if you're not familiar with affiliate links, it just means that if you purchase from the link that I have, I get a little bit of incentive from that. It doesn't affect you in any way. It doesn't change the price for you or anything like that. But that will be listed in the description below. It'll say affiliate versus non-affiliate, so you're aware. You do not have to use my links. By all means, this is just if you're interested in it. And I wanted to give an update. Sorry, I had a brain moment. I want to give an update on my workouts as well. So I did start doing HIIT workouts. I am on, what am I on? I'm on month 1 of my HIIT workouts. Day 18 is today. So I had a rest day yesterday. I could either do rest or light cardio, and I actually did light cardio. I did some walking. So I've been faithfully following my HIIT workout plan for the last 18 days. I've been feeling a lot better. And actually when I started the HIIT workout is when I finally lost another ½ an inch in my waist because I hadn't been losing any inches in my waist lately. But again, if you followed me, you know, if you haven't followed me for a while, I lose weight in my face first, which my face is a lot slimmer, and I lose it in my chest first. So those two places are the most noticeable. I had not noticed it too much in my body, although my husband said he did. Sorry, my hair is really irritating me today. My husband said that he noticed it, and I put on an outfit that I hadn't worn in a while the other day, and it had been a little snug. Well, now it fits really well. It's slightly loose, and I could see my waist. I am, like I said, the 5 foot, and I've always had an hourglass figure. It's just, you know, as I've gained weight, it's gotten bigger and my waist is a little bit less noticeable, but it's still there. Anyway, when I put this outfit on, I could really see my waist. Whereas before, it wasn't as defined as it had been in the past. So I was over the moon about that. I was like, oh my gosh, I can really start to see my waist now. So even though I may not be losing a lot of inches, it's definitely still getting smaller some kind of way. I don't know. And I have been checking because when I took the Zinzino Balance Oil Plus, I had to take the test beforehand. I have been checking and I still have not gotten the results back in. It says it could take anywhere from 10 to 20 business days. And I want to say maybe it's been 12 to 14 days. So as soon as I get those results in, I'm going to show you the video of me taking it, how you take it, and then what my results are. And then every 120 days, I have to retake the test as long as I'm on the Zinzino Balance Oil Plus to show what it's changing inside my body and what differences it's making. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be coming sometime in the future. I also have a video where I'm going to show you some of the skincare and hair care products I got that I'm wanting to use kind of for like a glow up to help me with that Fit by 50. And I did finally start writing in my food journal. I do keep a food journal. And I do now have where I put my HIIT workouts, like what month I'm on, what week I'm on, actually what month and day I'm on, sorry. How much H2O I'm getting. And sometimes I'm not great at writing my H2O down, but I do try. And then now I have added my Zinzino Balance Oil. It just helps me keep track of everything so that I know that where I am. And I always keep this book open because I find that if I close it, I'm not as inclined to write in it and keep it updated. So in my book, what I have, and I'll show you one more time, is I'll have the results for the week, where I started, what I currently am, and what the difference is, what I lost that week, what I've lost in total, and then, excuse me, and then I give you my breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack. And then that's where I have the HIIT workout, the water, and then the Zinzino Balance Oil. I know you probably can't see that very well. I'll see if I can hold it up where you can see it a little bit better. This is all for me. This is so I can keep track of where I am. That way, let's say I have a bad week, I can go back and look and see what did I do different or what did I not do enough of. I'm also going to include, just like I do I have one weekly results video that I do every week where I talk to you like this. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you everything I ate last week. I can tell you that last week we were kind of strapped financially. We had several big things we had to pay for, so our groceries were kind of like on the back burner. So I ate a lot of sandwiches. So I was really impressed that I lost any weight, because if you follow Diet Free Life Method, or if you know about it, fast carbs, I did a fast carb threshold to see how many fast carbs I could have before I either didn't lose weight or before I gained. And I can only have a fast carb for breakfast, lunch, and a snack. But for dinner, I shouldn't have one, because that's where I either don't lose weight or I start to gain. And because I ate 90% of the time sandwiches last week, I was really not thinking I was going to lose anything. So when I did have the 0.60 pound loss, I was super ecstatic about that, because it just wasn't something I was expecting. Happy that it happened, just not expecting it. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. I will see you next time. Bye.
Wow, I really did eat a lot of sandwiches. I didn't realize how many I had until I was updating all the photos here. But I still lost weight, so it's not a big deal. I am not gonna lie, I was really sick of sandwiches by the end of the week, and I looked forward to having something different. So when we finally were able to make some other food, I was very, very happy about that. And I did want to say that when I said I do a food journal, it is a food journal for me. But all I'm using is a happy planner. I'll see if I can find one to link it. But if you want to do that, I would just say find something that works for you, something that you know you would fill out and utilize. I had tried other things, but I found that I kept going back to my happy planner. It's the thing that just worked best for me, and I could put all of our appointments on the calendar pages and then fill in what I ate on the weekly, daily pages. I hope you like this channel. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you can be notified anytime I post new content. And I will see you soon.